Hey everybody, this is Andre from Grace Real Estate Investments, and we're going on now week 14 here at our property in Durham, North Carolina. And I wanted you guys to see where we are with this project. We just finished closing earlier this week, end of last week, on our property in Greenville. So we've been a little busy wrapping up things with that property. But praise Elohim, we were able to finish that. And now we're here at the property to see what the contractors have done in this past week. So follow me. Okay, so we're gonna go in now. What's happened is we had our contractors come out this week. We've been in Florida. We've had some family, personal stuff, good and bad, mostly good, that we have been out of town. So we're coming in to check and see what the contractors have done. I noticed some tile work has been done. You're gonna see that, and we had some electric work that's done, and we are almost nearing the end of this rehab. So we'll start here. You guys have seen the lights already be installed, so we have the lights that's already been installed. This is our upstairs bathroom in the hallway. The grouting still needs to be done, but you can see the tile work was done. And what we're gonna do with these bathrooms is we're gonna actually have those finished and glazed. So I'm not removing them. We're just gonna finish glazing. Okay, in the bedrooms, we are gonna have ceiling fans installed as well in our final electric. But this is our master, so we're in the process now of getting all of our cabinets. So we don't have our cabinets yet, but our plumbing is done. And as you can see, we decided to go with a different scheme in here. We used to tile on the floor, and we tiled half of the wall, and we decided to go all the way up into the closet area. I guess this is a pantry closet area. And then of course we're gonna do a separate tiling for the shower. And that has to be a pop. So we're really gonna get together. Michelle's gonna decide what we can do to make this shower really pop the way we want it to pop. So that's what's happened so far. Looks like the tile work looks very good. And all we're waiting on is grouting. Looks pretty good. All right, now we're working our way into the kitchen. Really excited about this. We had the kitchen all tiled. We used the same tile for all the wet areas. And it's a nice Venetian beige. Beige is what it's called, pretty reasonable. Laid really well. So now we're actually looking at our cabinets. We should be ordering our cabinets in the next couple of days, and our appliances as well. So this looks really good. We show them how they did a really good job. While you're showing them that, well, we can talk about that towards the end. Okay, now we're gonna go in the actual basement and see what's been done in the basement. A lot has been done in the basement. Okay, I think you showed this in a previous video I did, but we actually got the floors laid in the kitchen and the laundry room, and we used some tile that we already had, and so we were excited about that. It passed Michelle's inspection test. So I'm very happy about that. It is an off color that we're gonna have to play off of. We're probably gonna go with white cabinets. We have very little room to work with this color, but this is high quality tile, so once the trim is done, it's gonna look really good. Also, I had them remove these hanging lights that were up here. If you guys noticed, they did put these lights in temporarily, but we're gonna have recessed lights. We're gonna have recessed lights going in here instead. All right, now we're in the living area of the basement itself. All the lighting is done in here. Excuse me. All the lighting is done in here. So all our recessed lights were put in, and we did have our flush mount lights, or semi-flush mount lights, whatever, that are installed. Of course, Michelle's saying she might want to change them, so we'll see. But you can see with the lighting, it looks very, very good. I did actually decide, and I painted this myself. Didn't come out the color I really wanted it to. This is more of a mint green. So it looks more like, what do you call those candy bars that had the green on the outside with the chocolate, the mints. You guys remember the chocolate mints? That's what this reminds me of, so it makes me hungry. But Michelle said it might go. What we're gonna do with the floors in here, we're actually gonna do some carpet. So we're gonna get a nice light colored, light beige colored carpet, Berber carpet, that's gonna come in here. and make this room real housing, real homey, real homey. But that's all right. Now we got our hallway. We got recessed lights in the hallway. We did put our flush mounts up here in the bedrooms as well. And then we're going to be carpeting all of the bedrooms as well. So all of this is going to be carpeted so the bedroom looks really clean, comfortable. It's going to look like a real bedroom, not a basement bedroom. Same thing with this room here. You can see we did the same thing in this room. Carpeted, 2 windows in here, which is good, and that's going to be our vanity. We just got one of our vanities so far, but that's the color scheme we're looking at. All right, this is our basement bathroom. Not huge, but a decent size. So we have to get a 30-inch vanity, which is the vanity you saw. All the drywall patchwork is going to be done. You can see we decided to tile this wall all the way up. And we're going to do the same thing we're doing upstairs. Instead of, and I want to show you guys something. We always replace our tubs and the tile surrounds. And there's a certain amount of money that costs. But I've seen people do it, and this time I said we're going to do it in this project. Instead of replacing the tub and doing all of that demo work, we're going to actually just have them refinish it and glaze it. And I got the price. The estimates are about $400. It's about a little over $400 per wall. So it's not cheap. But when you add up the cost of demoing everything and then putting everything in and the time, it's worth it. So unfortunately, you don't have a big color selection, if you can show this, but it's gonna look like brand new white when it's done. And then of course, we'll paint all of that. So that's just something for you guys to think about. It costs about a little $400. You might get different estimates, but it's about $400 per wall to get it to restained, reglazed, refinished, reglazed. And again, we went with the tile all the way up top. We're gonna have a new vanity and all of that, all the patchwork's gonna be done as well. Okay, we're not gonna spend a lot of time in here, but this was open when we purchased the property, but we're gonna close this off. We're gonna have doors here, doors in these 3 areas that we already had framed. We're gonna make it a mechanical room. So it's basically gonna be closed off to the rest of the house. They won't be able to see the AC unit, the heat pump, all of that. It's gonna be closed into a big mechanical room. This is our laundry room here. I know Michelle is excited about this. There's so much. This is a big laundry room. So we already have our washer and dryer connections hooked up. We do gotta run our dryer vent through. But other than that, and we're changing that to recessed lightings as well. There's a whole lot of decorating, but you guys wait till you see the end of this laundry room. When she's done with this room, you will not recognize it. So this is gonna be a big up for our comps, is to have a laundry room this size. Our comps don't have laundry rooms this size. So we're really gonna make this very, very functional for us. And it's gonna help us with selling at the high point. Okay, another selling point of this house, you guys have seen this before, is that normally with these properties, 4-3, 1970 homes, 1959, 1960, single story with basements, they have water, like a sink down in the basement, but I haven't seen any that has a full blown out kitchen. And that's what we're gonna do to get to the top end of these comps. We're gonna have a full blown out, in fact, this kitchen is gonna be about the same size as the one, maybe larger than the one upstairs, the main kitchen. So we'll have our sink here. We're gonna have cabinets covering all of these walls, and we're gonna have our oven, refrigerator, everything's in here. So this is gonna be a beautiful, self-sufficient kitchen. And I think we're gonna be putting a bar. We're still talking about that. We might put like a bar hang over here with some seating under it, just to kind of give it another, and I want my pedestal lights hanging. So when you walk in through here, guys, this is what really sells this. It has its own entrance. It doesn't go out. It has its own steps, own entrance, private entrance. So this itself is almost like a separate apartment. So I'm excited about this. This is gonna be the money for the property. Okay, so that's where we are right now. We're on week 14 of this renovation. We typically like to be done in 3 months. Around that 12-week period is where we would like to be done, but give ourselves 4 months. Definitely don't want to go for 4 months on a rehab on this. So that gives us 2 more weeks to complete everything that needs to be done. And we have a lot that needs to be done. We have cabinets that need to come in, countertops, appliances. Our tubs need to still be done. And there's a lot that still needs to be done, but the stuff that's left is not going to take long. We have an exterior painting that's being done next week. I'm excited to see that. We came up with a nice color scheme for the outside of the house. But we're looking to hopefully, prayerfully, we're looking to have this property on the market the second week of May. So we're gonna get that peak season. May is one of the peak months for real estate, and we wanna get this on the market at the peak time. And comps are looking really good, so we're excited about getting this done. But a lot of work has been done. We haven't been on hand as much because we have had a lot going on in other areas. But this is why, this is the last thing I'll say, we've had to upgrade some of our contractors. We've gone through some spells, and I'm sure all other flippers have gone through. There's some contractors that we worked with in the past that we are familiar with. I've had to, I don't use the word fire, but I've had to replace them with others, and you know it's just like a job. You're interviewing new contractors, and so they have to come in, you gotta interview them, you gotta go over your pay schedule, you gotta look at the quality of the work, the time, and it's a lot of work. So that kind of slows down a little bit. But in the long run, when you get a good person, a good contractor behind you, you don't have to do this every property, and it's a lot easier for you. But so far, I'm very happy with the contractors that we've worked with. We got some new ones that have done great work, and we're looking forward to using them moving forward. So you guys keep us in prayer. Excuse me. Keep us in prayer. We'll keep you updated on what's going on, and still look out for that wrap-up video for Greenville property. God bless.